Alright, here we are back at it again. We're finally going to get into the secret episode of Birth by Sleep, featuring our mother of the series, Aqua. She is a big sister slash mom. She cares about everyone. Ah, yes. These cutscenes.
Darkness rules your heart. It gives me control. Muscle and sinew that once obeyed you now rebels against you.
So,
how you can remain here at all confounds the mind.
we see right now, what we're seeing right now is sort of like the true epilogue in my viewpoint.
You think you can just come in and take over?
At least the beginning of it.
I'm not going to say
because the true epilogue is Aqua's adventures in the dark realm. The epilogue that leads up to the end of Dream Drop This, to after the ending of Dream Drop Distance slash kind of sort of prologue to Kingdom Hearts 3.
You're gonna get shown the door.
So here we are with our Dark Wonder, facing the Dark Master,
how then will you triumph
fighting over, you know, just a little property dispute. The reason I'm talking over this is because, one, there's subtitles, so I don't see why you're not reading, and two, no, I mean,
so that's how it is
kind of don't want to give away like too much of free spoilers, you know, like just in case. But
I'm not afraid.
Yeah,
of
despite
what the darkness holds
you know Xehanort having somewhat control over Terra's body in terms of movement and all that, like Terra's still resisting. So right now, the Xehanort that we see at the end of the final episode
pushes me to keep on fighting.
Is
whatever the cost, I'm ready to pay it.
Is still only just that says the fact that he's Xehanort, and well, he's a man of science, and so accepts him as an apprentice.
We can take as much time
despite just finding him lying around on the ground, I was like, I didn't got nowhere else to go. You want to be my apprentice? No, sure thing.
You
yeah.
are just one of many roads that I
and
might
Zigbar, of course, vouched for him.
Trust me, I made certain of that.
Those eyes. And I think the eyes we see for Apprentice Xehanort is like really showcases like they're struggling against one another, like still kind of brown like Terra's, but it's still a bit of gold in there. But it's definitely Xehanort in that body.
Hey, Mr.
There's
Master.
his best friend Bragg, who soon becomes Zigbar.
You don't even know your pal? Please tell me the amnesia was just
weird
a sick
how
joke.
he gets, well, him and Sayax get like way more the Xehanort treatment. Everybody else that they revealed, the ones that the people that they revealed so far for the new 13, the true organization,
well,
everyone has
sweat
yellow
it.
eyes. But for Sayax
back.
and Zigbar, they managed to get not just the eyes but the ears as well. They don't have the tan yet, but they got the eyes and ears. Everyone else just has the eyes. Now I do question Anson and Wise here, his eyes. I don't know if his eyes mean that he's close to the darkness, or it's just a unique like representation that he was like he still has a lot of darkness in his heart, but he fights for good, which is why it's more of an orange rather than yellow. That really is the question of the day. Like they really put a lot of emphasis on his eyes too. So I feel like his eyes have a meaning as well. Because we know Xehanort's eyes truly represent, you know, its darkness. This guy, we just don't know. And he's been, and this is, and right here, well, I'm gonna let him say it, but like, you know, here's where he meets our girl. I'm not skipping this, even though I already watched this. As much as I want to skip it, you know, gotta show you guys what's up.
Why, hello. It's not often I get visitors.
Please, call me Aqua. Why are you sitting here all alone in the realm of darkness? How
Also,
did you
I debated and I changed my mind.
Well,
I'm definitely going
I
to.
can tell you this is my second time
I
on
definitely
these
am
shores,
willing to
but
play
unfortunately,
Kingdom
much
Hearts
like
2
the
for your
first,
channel, but like
I do not remember
right
who I am or
before
whence I came.
3,
Everything
like I want to
was
say
washed away in
December.
whatever currents carried me here.
Because I already
That's too
showcased 1, I
bad.
already showcased
I know I've been here a
showcase 1,
long
I
time,
showcased
wandering through the endless hours,
Chain of Memories,
unable to escape.
Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop
You wish
Distance,
to
etc.
return to your own world?
So really,
It's my friends.
so really 2 is all that's left in
I
terms of the
promised I'd be
playable
there for them.
console games, which I'll definitely
Your
stream soon.
friends.
And it's been so long since I've seen the cutscene, so I think it's
Somewhere
about
in
time
the
I really
scraps of
do
memory I
replay
have
that. Because
left,
last time I played for the
You
channel,
remind me of a
just
boy
straight
I
like
once knew.
speed,
He
like
is
get
very
like
much like
quick,
you.
quick run.
True to his
Yeah,
friends.
I did it. I labeled it any
This
percent
boy
just because I
travels
was
to
like in
many
a speed running
worlds
mood.
and
You know, I'm not a
fights
speed
to
runner,
keep the light safe.
but at least an any percent
Keep the
runner.
light safe. I've been away too long. Did something happen out there?
Kind of,
Are the worlds in danger?
maybe.
Sad to say, they nearly fell to darkness more than once. But at every turn, that boy arrived with key
So as he
in
mentioned,
hand
this
to
isn't
save
this
the
isn't
day.
his first time here in the Realm of Darkness. So it makes me
Wait a
wonder
sec. Is his
when
name
was
Terra
the
or
first
Ven?
time, because I don't think in. Because this is the side. This is post
Neither of those.
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts
afraid.
2 Ansem, even though he wasn't wearing that coat
Should have
beforehand,
known.
but he knows that he needs to wear it to like kind of shield himself from the darkness.
How long has it been since I met him? At least a year now, perhaps more. Back then, my heart was clouded with vengeance. I did terrible
How
things.
did he get here the first
both
time?
to
Because
him
it's
and his
no
friends.
doubt he's been to the Realm of Darkness,
brought
but in the manner
unhappiness
where
to
he was
more
able to get out.
lives
Now
than
this
one.
time he just can't get
I
out.
felt something must be done. Was that why? A means of clearing my conscience, or
Maybe.
perhaps out of a sort of scholarly instinct.
At
While
first,
the
it really
boy
was
slept
scholarly.
his long
Like he
sleep,
just wanted to understand what the
I
heck was
hid the
going on. If
results of my
science
research inside
had the solution, you know, like kind of like
transplanting
the
data to where it might best serve a purpose.
like a Tony Stark, Tony Stark type. Like he
In fact, I would like to
thinks
believe
everything can be resolved through
maybe
science. Like
he
he,
can
but
set
at
things
least
right.
with Ansem the Wise, he
a
knows
boy
magic
like him who
exists.
touches
That magic is
many
a thing. Tony
hearts.
Stark doesn't believe in magic.
He
He
could
just
open
thinks
the
it's
right
another
door
science.
and
Even when he
save
sees
all
magic
those
perform in
people
front
whose
of him.
lives I managed to
But
ruin. So many are
Ansem the
still
Wise,
waiting for
regardless
their
despite
new beginning.
probably knowing
Their
magic,
birth
he
by sleep,
relies heavily
Even
on
me.
science.
and even you.
So,
What's
in a
this
way, I
boy's
do
name?
understand that from my viewpoint for what he's been doing until
His name
up to the point in
is
2 where he where he gets sent, where he just blows up. I want to say, well, not I want to say blow up, more like disappears. When he disappears, he's using a device. He goes out doing somewhat of a research endeavor. Even though it wasn't like he thought he could just contain Kingdom Hearts, and I don't care about if he had. There's no point in spoilers.
Sora.
You know, trying to contain Kingdom Hearts into a data form is like not too much. I thought I could handle it, but I can't. The Sea Salt Trio. Do they even have normal clothes under there? They probably don't. They really don't. All they have is their coats, gloves, and shoes. That's it. And hopefully socks.
Sora.
At the end of the day, we can't forget that so far, even though it's the Xehanort saga, all of this revolves around Sora being the chosen wielder to end all this pain and suffering that these people have been going through. Now, this scene has always confused me. Like, at what point in this, like, this has to be like a somewhat of an epilogue. For 3, like, Terra and Ventus are just waiting for Aqua to come home because
Sora.
maybe something happens to Ventus to where he wakes up but gets captured and somewhat put to sleep again, and then Terra, he just comes back after defeating his Xehanort form, and then they're just waiting for Aqua to come back. But how did they know Sora's name? They never asked for Sora. So did Ventus never met? Well, he knows who Sora is, but Terra's never met Sora. He only meets him in Dream Drop Distance, sort of. And soon he'll meet him in Kingdom Hearts 3. It'd be interesting to see Sora's reaction to him, but yeah. As far as Aqua's, I would remember back 9 years. Because at that point it's 9 years into the series, or actually 10. Because that's Kingdom Hearts 2. See, this is the scene that everybody thought, okay, this is it, we're getting Kingdom Hearts 3. But no, it's like, here you go with
Sora.
Recoded and Dream Drop Distance. And we're like, give us Kingdom Hearts 3. And we're like, no, not yet.
Riku.
But after Dream Drop Distance, I was like, okay, it's time.
Your mind's made up?
I guess in a way, I think
Yeah.
Recoded, 358, and Dream Drop Distance, like all the DS titles really were just like just obstacles to like not only to answer questions but to also give them more
Sora.
time to like develop a proper for the writing team to come up with the proper
Kyrie.
script. I forget that blank points is. This cutscene is called blank points.
It's just, they really need me. I have to go. I am who I am. Because of them.
For some reason, with Sora and Riku in their Kingdom Hearts 2 attires in this particular
See you
cutscene
soon.
is like, it feels so natural. And yet it's only because, like, I get it for fantasy characters like Sora's, with outfits like Sora's, like, you expect the clothes to be somewhat, like, bulky and weird. But, I mean, that's how it is. Dude, how long is this? It's Kingdom Hearts 1. And then that's 0. But how did she get to him? So now we're going to pick up where we left off in the secret episode. Welcome to the 0 Point chapter, everyone. So we really are going to literally pick up where we left off. Oh wait,
As
did they
long
have
as
the
you're with
Keyblade
me,
I was using
I'll always
in the
find my way
last
back.
in the last save file
Always.
locked? Because I think they lock your Keyblade for whatever you were using for the Terranort boss. This isn't a long chapter, but there's a lot to do. Story-wise, it's a short story, but they give us
What?
plenty of enemies to deal with to waste some time, because after we defeat the obvious boss we have to fight, that's it. That's the end of the chapter. There's only one boss. So right now Aqua's trying to figure out what the heck is going on now. I guess she's like taking up like responsibility to try to see if there's like, well no, she's not taking any responsibility, she's just trying to find a way out. because she just can't, because she wants to really get back to her friends, you know, especially Ventus
What
and
is
Terra.
going on?
0.5. Alright. Okay, so here we are at the Realm of Darkness. Middle zone. So like the common ground material. Okay, so we got the Master's Defender. Cool. And I think we're not allowed to equip anything else. Nope. We're stuck with Master's Defender. So now we have like a balanced stats. We're still carrying the abilities that I had for the last battle. I'm on proud mode, and I could complete the journal if I want to. But I can't go to any other world. I'm stuck here. But I think there's a Moogle somewhere in this world. But let's go ahead and save. Just so I don't have to watch those cutscenes ever again. And I know there's another save point further up ahead. Alright. So, Aqua is going to be introduced to new enemies, and that is, of course, the Heartless. Primarily the Neo Shadow. And Shadow. But they're mad strong, especially since I'm playing Proud Mode. I mean, don't get me wrong, my abilities are strong as well, just that if I'm playing on Proud Mode, I really definitely have to rely on my commands when it comes to these guys. Alright, should be it. Yep. I don't trust the checkpoint system all too much, so I'm gonna just go ahead and save after that. Alright. So yeah, now we're dealing with Heartless. And being in their territory, it's pretty tough down here. Is there a treasure chest somewhere here? Like, it's telling us to go that way, but we're gonna go this way. Sweet. Unlock Magic Plus level 3. We can still level up in this world. And yes, I'm definitely going to go through the trouble of saving again now that I leveled up. I'm probably gonna lose it on there. And I have XP Walker too, so. Yep. So I had to play Aqua's story all over again because I keep forgetting that there's always conditions to gaining access to the secret stuff in Kingdom Hearts series. So for Birth by Sleep to unlock the final episode, you had to get all the answer reports, and for the secret episode, you had to get recall, you have to if you complete the game not only proud mode but also complete the sticker albums, you then if you complete the sticker, you'll have access to this episode. And then after you beat the final episode again, because you gotta play the final episode with the current status of the journal, so that way it knows like, okay, the player has all the necessary stuff needed. So.
Freeze! Take that!
I don't mind shield. Makes no sense for me to have mine square, but oh well. This is sweet. These are really good too. I was kind of hoping for more hurdles. Gravity shouldn't matter since I'm not 100%ing, but you know, I'll take what I can get. Alright, room transition, finally. Save point somewhere? Probably is. I mean, there has to be. It's probably all the way at the next room transition. Alright, I'm doing more of these guys. I love them the surge so much. And out of all abilities, the surge abilities really are one of the most effective. Hey. Oh shit. Okay, this is one of those I have to fight areas.
Freeze!
Really? That's because I've been using Thunder Surge a lot.
Freeze! Come on!
There's some strength increase. There we go.
Fire!
Oh, okay, I have to just restore a bridge. Cool beans, and I could go back up.
Heal!
Okay, I can still use my D-Links. You have to jump, because whatever direction you're landing or making contact with, then they'll push you up in that direction. So if you're jumping on top of it, you'll go up. If you just run towards it, then they'll push you backwards. Imagine my confusion when I first discovered that. I could have skipped that, but I want the XP. They're powerful. They're just as powerful.
Gotcha. Take that.
What's up to do with these guys, the dodge balls? Which are already plenty annoying, but I'm just glad that I mean, they're just reusing Kingdom Hearts One and just, you know, polished it a little bit more, but, yeah. how does one cross the bridge? Okie dokie. Yeah, I have to get there eventually, but oh well. Oh great, I have to do 2 of these. Great. Well, it gives me more time than I saw with Rhythm Master.
Take that! Freeze! Fire! Freeze!
Going back to the Thunder Surge, it's actually for me a good.
Come on! Freeze!
It gives a invincibility frame system, so you'll just have access. You have access to. How much access? It gives you invincibility frames. I think it's something like invincibility frames and what you can get. I don't expect that. And that's here, I think.
Take that!
One for shadows and one for shadows. Right.
Take that!
Changing it. I prefer Magic Pulse. Alright, so now we're making our way up. Thought there's a treasure chest I need to get. So I think, so that's where I somewhat need to go. To tell the truth, so far it's not that bad. I'm automatically on proud mode because all my other files are in proud mode. So I have to deal with the stress of the pain. I have to deal with the pain. I can't imagine doing this in critical mode. Ugh. Then again, critical mode I would take my time, definitely. But I just want to show that I ain't no wimp. I can handle proud mode. I'll just do things a little crazier than most.
Fire! Heal!
Alright, that's room. Please let there be a save point. There is not. Well, actually, I think it's where that dark orb is.
Fire!
Basically, like cleaning the house right now. So I have to hit all these circles, these little dark patches. And once I get rid of them all, I'll have access to that little spot there to save and somewhat prep before the next fight. So treasure chest there, but most likely somewhere enemies. Especially since it's in a little barren space. Or maybe not. I don't know anymore. I haven't played this in a long time, okay? It feels like over a year.
Freeze! Heal! Fire! Heal!
all the way down, and then there has to be even more Heartless. Because I'm going to do a room transition. But if you get an XP out of it, so be it. This episode would be more of a hassle if they took away my double flight. But they gave it to you anyway in 0.2. So, going on the title of this video, this episode they could have just titled it 0 Point rather than just secret episode. The secret episode sounds boring.
Fire!
I have to restart again with these guys. It's lame. Once that's dealt with. That wasn't too bad. And that's the last one right there. Ooh. As much as I want. Well, actually, I will. Why not? Because Ice Barrage is going to be useless. Just to be on the safe side, I will put Cura. Alright. I was have to wait for all these to reset. To deal with whatever happens in this little room. Swarm! Yay! Defeat all the enemies. She still doesn't know the names of these creatures yet. They're completely new. I'll show you guys another one first. Stand quiet because of the fact that there's so many. hasn't been too bad. Thank you, Rhythm Mitzer. Kinda glad that I did complete all those sticker albums. Alright. And no Moogle shop. Alright. I'm gonna save real quick just in case. Because after this is the boss. I'm gonna take a little intermission because nature calls. So I'll be right back. Here's the menu. Okay. Alright, mentally prepared. Let's do this. And so this particular Heartless is known as, well, Red Eyes. And no, not Red Eyes Black Dragon, unfortunately. Just Red Eyes. I think I should have brought him back as a mini-boss. You know, nice callback. But no, this is the only time we ever fight him. But maybe there might be a new form, who knows? Who knows what Kingdom Hearts 3 has in store for us in terms of Heartless enemies. You know, they're definitely giving us more Heartless bosses. That's one thing for sure.
This monster. This is no unverse. Just a dweller of darkness.
the souped up version of the dungeon, because it has the chain. Surprisingly not that hard. Surprising. Cartwheel until he's done. Can I just grab her off? Well, that wasn't bad. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I can remember, I think it's because I was in critical mode, that's why. Alright, so now we're introduced to what I consider the beginning of 0.2. I'm pretty sure they wanted to continue this secret episode as long as they could, but I guess due to the power of the PSP or the restrictions of how much content they could put into Final Mix or how much time they had in development overall, they couldn't do much. So instead they decided to tease us with this by creating a Birth by Sleep Volume 2, which is what we know today as 0.2. Now Volume 2 probably was meant to be a much more detailed game. Not only playing as Aqua, but also to go through everything, to go through as many worlds fallen into darkness, as well as seeing random cutscenes of the previous games, such as what we noticed, like Riku. Basically Riku stuff. Maybe they were also thinking about adding Riku as a playable character. Since how Riku has the most nobility, has as much nobility as Aqua does. Alright, so we did it. At least for the first part. 45 minutes. Kind of... It's terrible. Speedrunner would have been done ages ago. He would have been done 25 minutes ago. Oh well. Anyway, that's it for the first part of Aqua's final stretch of playability. So when I come back, it'll be the start of 0.2. So thanks for watching this part, and I'll be back with the next one, guys. Peace.